ก็คือเตรียมใจไว้แล้วอะว่าแบบก็เราจะต้องเจออะไรบ้างหรือเราจะต้องเป็นยังไงบ้างก็เลยแบบไม่ได้กังวลอะไรเพราะว่าถ้าหมดเราจะโดนหรือไม่โดนยังไงก็ทุกคนก็คิดว่าเอาตัวรอดได้ค่ะ
Clashes on the streets of Abuja. A group of young men armed with clubs and other weapons arrive at busy intersection, already cut off by protesters. They set about smashing parked vehicles. Then they chase protesters against police brutality. But the tables were turned when protesters chased their attackers, who began to retreat. Not all of them got away. The running battles lasted more than half an hour. Watched by the police less than 200 meters away, protesters say their attackers were brought to the scene in 2 trucks.
The government must listen to us. We are peaceful protesters. We've not hurt anyone.
It's the demonstrators who turned around to help victims of their beating to parked ambulances.
Look at my car.
This woman's car was one of several badly damaged. The protest began peacefully in the morning as Nigerians of all ages pressed home their demand for accountability from government security forces. Nationwide rallies, which started last week against a notorious police unit implicated in extrajudicial killings and torture, succeeded in getting the government to abolish the Special Anti-Robbery Squad. But the announcement of replacement SWAT unit to fight violent crimes further angered protesters.
The determination to fight for political change is still alive. It's been a year since what some Lebanese call a revolution was born. Samira El-Azhar says she hasn't left the streets. Economic hardship was what triggered nationwide protests. It turned into a revolt against what many call a corrupt ruling elite that has been in power for decades.
We're not going to stop before these people in power just leave, and we will make sure basically that we do this change and push them to resign in any way, because we will not go back to before October 17.
The leaderless and spontaneous movement was a turning point in Lebanon's history. Sects came together in this divided society, and for the first time people rose up against their leaders in traditional strongholds. But the numbers weren't enough. They were up against the sectarian-based power-sharing system. This bridge, one of the capital's main arteries, came to symbolize that battle.
It is near the square where our tents were burned. It is a bridge because we want to link Lebanese together. It is a call that 17th of October is a way to connect everyone together.
The bridge was a front line between those calling for change and supporters of sectarian parties protecting the status quo.
The largely peaceful movement faced a counter-revolution. The ruling elite called the protesters foreign agents. Security forces clamped down hard on gatherings. They made arrests, and there was intimidation.
I was called in here for interrogation. This is one of the ways to put the revolution down. They are trying to scare us. They are trying to find whatever we're saying or we're doing just to call us, to get us tired, to get our motivation down.
Meanwhile, the economy continues to collapse. People are hungry and more sink into poverty. Politicians who have blamed each other for the crisis are promising much-needed reforms, but they first need to agree on a new cabinet. The government resigned after the explosion at Beirut port in August that killed 200 people. It was blamed on negligence by officials.
There is no conscience, there is no responsibility, there is no accountability. And as you can see now, life continues on for them, and they're back to their old ways as if none of us exist.
ধৈর্য ধরেছি।
Amen.